Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. The title of this video is Same God. So, I'll be getting songs and God be giving me stuff while I'm sleeping. And all I kept on hearing playing over and over was, if he did it before, he'll do it again. Same God right now, same God back then. It's the same God. We are dealing with the same God as they did in the Bible. The same God that was delivering signs, miracles, and wonders is the same God we talking to. And I think the thing we miss is that we have to get into not completely healed, but healed enough that we can do what God is calling us to do. Like, just imagine, okay? God gave you a job. He got something for you to do. He done told you, you on your way, okay? You heard, you got the memo, you in motion. On your way, you get triggered. And now, everything done just got obliterated because you mad. You mad and you ready to fight because you done got triggered. We have to get to a state where our childhood trauma, our trust with man, and just our everyday things that hinder us from being able to hear God is not in the way anymore. We can't let that be in the way to we can't do what we're supposed to be doing. Everybody that is here is created for a purpose. And if you can't fulfill your purpose, you might be cutting somebody else short on what they're supposed to be doing. We got to get to a state where we have gotten to a healed place where it's not so easy to trigger us. I was told that when you deal with trauma, it never fully goes away. That the trauma completely doesn't leave you because it formed the person you are. But the more you deal in it and the more that you understand people's parts and that it wasn't your fault, and it is less easy for you to be triggered. And that's all we're working towards, to be less triggered to do what God is calling us to do. And I was just thinking over that because, your girl, it used to be very easy for my button to be pushed. And I'm not saying that people can't still do it, okay? Because I done had some recent occurrences, okay? But yes, even in yesterday, there was a conversation happening. And I just realized, like, what are you going back and forth with them about? Just understand that that's the place they in. And it's not your problem. There's no need for you to go back and forth. It is not your situation. I am not triggered, upset, or bothered by anything that's happening right now. And leave it there. Leave it there. I'm not gonna get pulled into this madness, okay? I'm gonna just leave this conversation right here, and you do what you gotta do with it, because this ain't got nothing to do with me. And we gotta just move like that. We just gotta be in a place where we are not taking on things that have nothing to do with us, and making a conscious decision of that. We are dealing with the same God that worked through Moses to split the Red Sea. The same God that Joseph was unable to interpret the dream and keep Egypt out of famine. Okay, he stockpiled food for 7 years. Okay, we dealing with the same God that sent Jesus down so we would know God personally. This is the God we dealing with. And trust that. Don't let your distrust for man make you not trust God. Don't let your church hurt make you not trust God. God ain't had nothing to do with that. That was people being people. And God's not people, okay? God is the creator of all things and the only person that you'll truly get unconditional love from. I think that's the person you should put your trust in. That should be the person that if you listen to anybody else down here, you definitely should be able to listen to God, right? And I know everybody feels like they don't know if they hear God. You know, if God is talking to them or just don't even understand how to get there. God gave you a conscience. So there is a way that you understand right or wrong, whether somebody tells you or not. The more you work on yourself, the better you're going to hear that, okay, maybe you shouldn't be moving this way, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. Keep listening to that. Keep letting that lead you until you get to the point where you understand that you're in a place where you don't intentionally do anything to hurt or harm. When you get to that place, you'll be in a state where God can start talking to you. We live in a place right now where we want to go back and forth, okay? We want to just win the argument. We want to just be right. And sometimes you got to just know you're right. Not argue, okay? Sometimes you got to just be okay in yourself that you are standing in the right thing. And you ain't got to convince nobody. You can have a conversation, and once they want to get argumentative, leave that thing right there. Don't begin arguing. Don't begin arguing. I heard something when I was growing up that they said from a distance, when people are arguing, people don't know who the fool is. Don't be called the fool because you just out here arguing and going back and forth with people. Talk to God. We dealing with the same God of the Bible. We're dealing with the same God that knew you before you were in your mother's womb. The same God that as soon as you say, like, I messed up, I'm sorry and I need help, right there. The same God. God knows what I deserve. God knows what you deserve. I love y'all.